Hey guys, it's Natalia and welcome back to Glossy Confidential. I'm here today with the palette review for you, and I'm going to be reviewing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture World Traveller palette. If you are living in the Northern Hemisphere, this was probably released a little while ago and it's probably no longer available. In Australia, this is the latest release here in Australian Sephora, and it is still available here if you are wanting to pick it up. I think it's also available on some places online, and I'm sure if you search around you might be able to find some places if you did want to pick up this eyeshadow palette. Now, I've got a few other Anastasia palettes. I've got the Mia palette, the Tamana palette, and I actually really do like the quality of the eyeshadows. I think the palettes are put together quite nicely, and they do put quite a lot of thought into the palette. So when I saw this one was released in Australia and I was walking through Sephora and it was there, I decided I should pick it up. And I'll link the whole video down below if you are interested to see what else I picked up from Sephora, I think. So the eyeshadow palette has got 12 eyeshadows. The packaging is your usual Anastasia, very slimline, very sleek, lightweight cardboard packaging. I love the size of this. I love that it's not too big. You know, compared to a naked palette, it is a little bit fatter, but it's not as long, and I just feel like it's just easy. It's like in reference, an iPhone 6 Plus is the exact same size as this eyeshadow palette, which is why I find it really easy to carry and hold. Perfect for traveling for that very reason. So the eyeshadow palette itself comes with a double-ended brush, and as far as brushes in palettes go, this is actually a really nice one. I mentioned it in the reviews of the Tamana palette and the Mia palette, but the brushes are soft. They're good quality. You can actually do stuff with these brushes, so if it's one brand that you want to keep the brush that comes with it, keep it, because this is a really nice brush. It's sort of like a flatter version of a 217. You can apply product with it, you can blend it, and then the other side you've got a pencil brush as well to smudge under the lash line, get a bit more crease work and definition. And I mean, it's a very usable, nice brush. Like the brush is probably the best quality palette brush I've ever come across, so huge fan of that. So the eyeshadow palette, as I said, has got 12 shades. It's got a mixture of mattes, shimmers, glitters and neutrals and a few pops of colour. As far as colour selection in this palette, I think this palette has got everything you actually will ever need in one eyeshadow palette. This is a palette for me that if I was going travelling for a month, maybe not a month, if I was going travelling for 2 weeks, I would quite easily take this palette, and that's all I could take because it's got everything you need. I'll go through the colours with you now. Soft Peach is a matte shade. It is a very light beigey peach. It's a little bit lighter than Peach Smoothie, I would say, by Makeup Geek, but it is very nice transition shade. If you are a very pale person, this would look nice on you. For me and my skin tone, it comes off a little bit chalky, but that's just because I've got deeper skin. Morocco is one of my favourite all-time colours of this palette, and possibly it's right up there with my top eyeshadows. It is a beautiful warm caramelly sort of brown, warm brown matte shade as well. Heirloom we have got is a purple, and it has got a hint of a peach pink glitter through it. I do find this shade eyeshadow has quite a bit of fallout. The pigmentation is nice, but as soon as you start blending that out, the glitter just disappears. So it's one that you really do want to, I guess, work with. If you're going to work with it, do your eyes first, and then do your makeup after you've cleaned the fallout out. Bellini is almost like a peachy orange gold. It's not like yellow gold. It's got a hint of a peach undertone to it, but it's really nice. It's also a metallic finish. The metallic finishes in the Anastasia palettes I find really nice. Pink Champagne is just that. It is a metallic pink champagne color. It is a little bit chunkier in formulation than the other shades. It applies beautifully. This one has a little bit of fallout, and I find works best if you actually apply glitter glue. It's not glittery, it's just the formulation is a little bit chunkier than the rest, and yeah, it just applies much better with the glitter glue. I also find this one transfers a little bit. If I'm wearing it, it might transfer up into my crease, and so the glitter glue prevents the transfer from that eyeshadow. Chic is almost like a goldy silver. It is beautiful. It is another one of the metallic shades. It's got maybe a hint of a pewter sort of shade, if that's even a colour. Really nice metallic shade. Chic, again beautiful all over the lid, and you can use the darker colours in the crease. Going to the bottom row, we've got Spoiled Spoiled. Spoiled to me is a disappointing shade. I don't know if it's just because it's me on my skin tone, but the pigmentation doesn't come off very well. It seems to be like a pinky apricot with a hint of a gold glitter. You don't get much except glitter. I find this has a lot of fallout. It doesn't very swatch very nicely. It just is a bit of a nothing colour. And there's always one shadow in the palette that's disappointing, and that's probably the only one. Fudge, on the other hand, this deep chocolate brown is amazing. It is one of my go-to colours. I actually think I'm going to have to buy this one in a full size from the Anastasia website just because I love it so much. Fudge and Morocco are almost the two shades that I wear on a daily basis at the moment, and I think they work amazingly well together, which is why I think they've done a really good job putting them in the palette together. So I've got in my outer corner under my lash line today, smudged out with Morocco, and I just love that shade. Azure is this metallic pop of blue. It's almost got like a hint of a purple blue to it. You know, it's not an everyday colour. Most people wouldn't think it's an everyday colour, but it's also a nice colour to have. If you are going out, you can make it into a blue and black sort of smoky eye just to add a bit of something different, but it adds a really nice touch to this eyeshadow palette. Intense Gaze is almost a pinky burgundy. It's a little bit more pink than burgundy. It is a metallic finish. Beautiful pigmentation on this, very smooth, buttery, blends out really lovely. Again, you can just use that on the lid, lower lash line, anywhere you want really. It's a really stunning colour. Metallic is almost a goldy chartreuse shade. It's a little bit more gold. It is a beautiful metallic finish, as the name suggests, but the colour of it is just gorgeous. You can put this under your lower lash line and have the warm browns on the top, or even put it in the inner corner highlight, or I found metallic goes really well with Morocco and Fudge as well. Again, more of a nighttime colour in this palette, but it is just gorgeous. You could also use it as a daytime colour as well. It's just makeup, do what you want to do. And Noir is just a typical matte black. Normally I do have issues with brands just putting matte blacks in eyeshadow palettes. It annoys me because almost every single palette comes with a matte black, and I just don't need any more as a consumer. In this palette, however, I'm okay with it, and I'm really glad that they did put a matte black in there, because it just makes it the palette complete. To me, having that matte black in there is a thing that says, yes, I do only need this eyeshadow palette for 1 to 2 weeks if I'm going traveling. It's just a matte black, and it's a gorgeous pigmented rich matte black as well. So that is the eyeshadow colours. I really love this palette. As I said, the colours are put together really nicely. The pops of colour aren't too crazy. It's quite neutral for everyday wear. It's one of those palettes that you can wear from the office, add a pop of colour, take it to the night time. I really love this eyeshadow palette. It's, in fact, it's probably safe to say that this eyeshadow palette is the most used palette out of every single palette I've got. I've used this one more than 20 times, and I can't say that about many of my other palettes that I've got, and I've only had this one for a few months. It is such a gorgeous palette, and if you can possibly get your hands on it, I really recommend doing it. I'm going to have a full blog post with swatches and everything down below as well, so go and check that one out if you are interested. I'm going to see if I can find it online at different stores as well, and have all the information and everything linked down below. Go and check that out if you are looking at picking up this palette. If you're on the fence about it, I would say do it. It is amazing. I just want to show you really quickly it against the other eyeshadow palettes. This one here is Maya Mia. This one here is Tamana. As you can see, neutral browns with the pops of colour. This one is the same sort of similar deal, but I feel like this one is more subtle than these ones. Like, I feel like the teals here are a little bit too bright, whereas I really do like the choice of the blue in this one. If you got these two, you may not need the other two, but I do actually find them to be different enough to warrant having them, and I really do. Maybe that's just me, but I really do love the Shadow Couture World Traveler palette, and I recommend it to anyone who is looking at getting it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So that is it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, I'm going to have a link down below to my blog post, which has got all up-close photos and swatches of the eyeshadow palette, and also links where you can get it and stuff like that. So if you are interested in picking up, go and check out that blog post over on glossyconfidential.com.au. As always, I'm going to have listed in the description bar all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Come over and say hi to me on any of those things. If you have any more review requests, please leave it in the comment bar down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.